last week we rolled out some clay. We placed 2 bats and we rolled with a rolling pin so that the slab was as thick as the bats. We left the clay to stiffen up, wrapped in plastic, for about a week. But you can leave it for a couple of days or a day or even a few hours if you just leave it in the air. Today we're going to use that slab, which is now at a leather hard stage, so if I lift it you can see that it's not that floppy. At this stage it's called leather hard because it feels like leather. We're going to use it to make a box. So we're going to take one of our bats and we're going to place it on top of our leather hard slab of clay. We're going to draw directly into it. There are other ways of doing this. You could make a template with paper, but today we're going to work directly on the clay. So I've got 2 lines there. And I've got 2 lines here. So it's already like a box. What I'm going to do is use this as the base and these as the sides of the box. Ideally I would have a template, but by eye I will try and make the sides equal, and I will use my bats as a guide, almost like a ruler. If you have a ruler you can use that, but for these workshops at the Bethlehem I'm going to try and use the tools that you got in your kit. And we're working quite small scale. So I'm going to cut out the box. And it depends how precise you like to be. Sometimes if you're less precise you will get a more organic shape, and that means that the shape perhaps is more interesting. We're using this plastic tool as a knife, but many potters would normally use a potter's knife to do this. But these plastic tools seem to work well. Now I can start folding, a bit like paper, these sides. It's important that your clay is still in a plastic state. If your clay has gone too dry, you might find that folding it is quite difficult. I quite like this quality. It's becoming quite soft, so you have hard square edges at the top, but a soft kind of fabric-like quality at the bottom. And then I can squeeze these edges together. My clay is quite dry, so I'm going to use the slurry that I made a few weeks ago and that I'm keeping topped up with a bit of water. This is too liquid on the top, but once you dig underneath, you will find that you get this kind of slurry, which is like glue. So I will put some of this in the joins. And then I will squeeze the joints together. I'll start going a bit faster, but you can really take your time over this. If you're a precise person, you might like to make it very precise. Or you might want to go faster, and then the quality of your speed will get into your pot. So if you go fast, you will have a more organic shape. If you go slow, your shape will be more controlled. It's a bit like dancing. So that's already sticking together. Normally, when we make slab pots, they will be bigger than this. And therefore we will need to reinforce the inside joins. I will show you the technique. We take a bit of fresh clay and we roll it in a coil. This pot is quite small, so my coil will be small. And then again putting a bit of slurry or water on the inside joins, I will go around the inside of the pot and apply that coil at the join point. I can use my tool. Or I can use my finger. It's up to you to find what works best for you. I find that a tool is quite useful to put the coils in place, but then I prefer my finger to smooth it down and pack it in. So I've done 3 sides. I need 1 more coil for the last side. I didn't add more slurry because I did wet all my joins earlier. But if this pot was bigger, you would do 1 join at a time. And finally, we need to put joins down the edges inside. This probably will be enough to do all 4 joins. And again, I can use my tool or my finger to pack it in and smooth it down. Any excess can be clipped off using your tool or your fingers. Again, it depends what quality you want to give to your pot. Today I'm hoping to give two different feelings to this pot. I would like the top to be a bit more controlled, and I'd like the bottom to be a bit softer, a bit like a bag or a piece of fabric that's been folded. And I can use my fingers to smooth and model the edges. So I'll continue refining this, and I'll make a second video to show you how to make a lid for this box.